Peace, family. Welcome to Black Star TV 2.0. It's your boy Black Star, and I got a nice little episode for y'all today. I need y'all to hit that subscribe button. I need y'all to hit that like button. I need y'all to hit that share button. I want to get into Dr. Umar, and he had a video lately that he spoke on reparations and was talking about how it's a trap. But before I dig into that, I would like y'all to go to my Patreon, which is Black Star TV 2.0. And I did a podcast that's Black Star TV 2.0 as well on Anchor, FM, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and some other platforms. So please make sure y'all go subscribe to those. And because on my Patreon and on those, I have the full video of our brother Marcel's interview. I told y'all I was going to start the year off right, and we are on the right track. So let's get into Dr. Umar now. So Dr. Umar, again, we all know why he keeps talking about reparations. One, Pan-Africanism is dead. Two, reparations is the hottest topic in the country, right? Starting off with 2023, we starting off with reparations as the hottest topic in the country. So I want to get into the video that he did the other day, and I want to play it for y'all, and then I'm going to break it down as it's being played. Here we go. Let me share my screen real quick. So this is our brother. So let's get into this.
Why? Reparations in California, cash payout to African American is a trap. First of all, if you know anything about California, it's the most diverse state in the country. California, I hope somebody taping this. Teachers, play this to your students in your classrooms. They're going to learn more from me than you anyway. If there's any teachers who want me to guest lecture your class for Black History Month, if there's any professors who want me to guest lecture your class, middle school, high school, college, graduate school class, all you have to do is text me or email me. There will be a small fee. There will be a small fee, but I will come to your college and guest lecture a class. We can do Zoom or we can do in person. Riverside.
Guys, if you're still recording your
sorry,
podcast
fam.
on Zoom, do yourself and your listeners a favor and start.
Same thing for my teachers out there. Charter school, private school, public school. You got a bunch of Black students who need to be woke up. Or 215-989 ground for new. Only is California the most diverse state in the country. It is also the testing ground for new initiatives. Are y'all following me? Are y'all following me? California is always the testing ground for new initiatives. They tested the vaccines out there first. They tested mandatory vaccinations out there. They do a lot of first runs in California. Now they're testing reparations. Now they're testing reparations. What do you mean, Dr. Umar? They want to see how American Africans react to the 224,000 reparations check. Stay with me. If you live in California, I hope you're listening. Stay with me. If you live in California, I hope you're listening. Why is it a trap? In 5 easy steps. I'm going to make this real simple. 5 easy steps. 5 easy steps. Step number 1. Get Black people to focus on money, not on structural transformation. Get Black people to focus on money, not structural transformation. Get Black people to focus on money, not structural transformation. They're going to give you $224,000 one time. One time. They're not going to do nothing about the schools. They're not going to do.
Now, family, let me break that down. So again, no one said, I don't know where he's getting that from, but no one said that it was going to be a one-time pay. That's something, again, that he's making up. And I said that before when he spoke on reparations on somebody else's channel. And he spoke on it on the Breakfast Club. He comes up with points that are not even relevant. Because again, Dr. Umar's not a reparationist. His platform isn't about reparations. And again, the structural thing, he said, you're not going to worry about the schools, this, that, and the third. See, he's building a school, and not to slight him, but it has been taking long, right? It's been about 10 years, I believe, or 6 years or whatever, however many years it has been, it's been taking long. And being as though the main thing that's missing from you getting the school done is funds. You feel what I'm saying? It goes to say that we would be able to erect schools and institutions once we get some money. Also, he's talking about, see, again, this is why. Now I'm about to play our sister Camilla Moore. She's a attorney, and she's actually on the reparations task force that is in California. So let's listen to her real quick, because he's saying that we're not worried about the structural stuff. So let's listen to our sister real quick.
And what should our reparations look like to you?
Your reparations should come in all 5 forms of reparations under international laws. Usually when Americans think about reparations, they think about compensation, which is very important, and that is definitely one aspect of reparations under international law. There's also restitution that accounts for stolen land, stolen labor, stolen property. There's rehabilitation that could account for free, education from cradle to grave. Satisfaction, so that gives it the more symbolic forms of reparations, like a formal apology. Lastly, there's guarantees of non-repetition, which get at more structural and institutional policy change. So yeah, there's 5 forms of reparations under international law, and my personal belief is that reparations is not reparations unless it includes all 5 of those forms.
So again, compensation, restitution, rehabilitation, satisfaction, and guarantees of non-repetition. So again, that is what reparations is. She's on the task force. This is what they're pushing for. Again, also our brother Marcel, if you check out the video, go check out the whole video. He was talking about how reparations is a federal thing. Anything outside of federal reparations isn't truly reparations anyway. But again, we will take both, and our goal is to get federal reparations, not just state reparations on a state level, because again, that would make it different in different states, so different Black people will get different things. But we're trying to make it a federal situation. So let me finish playing him. But also watch too, family. But also watch too, because he's going to say, because when people hate, when things are done out of hate, the hate usually seeps out, and you're going to see this seep out in this video. So watch.
Do nothing about prison or criminal justice. They're not going to do nothing about gentrification. They're not going to do nothing about police brutality. They're not going to do nothing about access to wealth beyond $224,000. Are y'all with me? Are y'all with me, family? See, number one, get them to focus on money, not structural changes. Structural injustice and inequity created the problems Black people have. Structural injustice, bias, discrimination, and inequity created the problems Black people have. Structural injustice, bias, discrimination, and inequity created the problems that Black people have. But we're not going to address none of that.
See, he's making it seem like we're not trying to address any of that. But the people who are part of this, as you can see, as Camilla Moore was speaking about, the 5 things that it must, that 5 things that reparations must be, is the things that they're trying to implement which addresses these issues. So again, being as though he's not a true reparationist, right? Because this is not his lane. It never has been. I've been following Dr. Umar for a long time. He's never spoke on reparations. The only reason he's even keeping reparations in his mouth is number one. The number one reason is, again, and this is going to come up. He's not going to say the person's name, but again, it's mainly because of Tariq, right? Tariq is one of the most popular people that's of reparationists that are pushing for cash payments. And again, you're going to hear the hate seep out in a second. And two, it's the hottest topic. So again, this is why he's now on this whole you have to keep your name relevant. And the way to keep your name relevant, again, especially in these algorithms, is to be controversial to an extent or going against what people want to see.
Reparations, we not repairing a single institution. Reparations, we not repairing a single system. Reparations, we not going to change a single thing wrong with this country. We just going to give them some money. And since they don't have any institutions to trap that money in their community, since Black people hardly own any institutions outside of restaurants and hair salons, Black people hardly own any institutions outside of restaurants and hair salons.
But again, why is that? Is it because we have all the money? Again, you're trying to build an institution, right? A school. Kudos, right? Congratulations. But guess what? It's been taking forever because you lack the financial compensation to do it, my nigga. What are you talking about? What is you talking about? So at the end of the day, if we do get this bread, people can build institutions the same way you're trying to do. You've been getting donations from Africa. I ain't even going to get into that as far as like, you make it seem like you're the international Pan-Africanist who you go to Australia, you go here, you go there, you go everywhere, right? You talk about all these Africans and the people in America. And again, you're still lacking the finances, even though you go everywhere and tell people to hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal. What is that when they're doing that? They're giving you money and you are asking for money to build your institutions. So what, bro, listen, that's why I say when people come with hate, right? You usually start not making any sense. When this brother was on the Breakfast Club, and you can see my other video, this is why I wanted to play the Breakfast Club thing, but my last video that I played, because I played the Breakfast Club, they demonetized it. Bro, he literally said, instead of cash reparations, we need to get revenue from all the Black music. We need to own and control all the Black music and get the revenue from that. Like, nigga, what are you talking about? So don't give cash payments, but give us the revenue from, what is revenue? Money. So we're going to say, no, we don't want $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 cash. We want you to hold on to that cash payment and then give us the revenue from the music. And who gets the revenue from the music? Like, do I get a portion of Michael Jackson's stuff, or from Prince's stuff, or from Whitney Houston stuff? Do I get a portion of that, or do their family get that? Who gets it, fam? Like, you don't make any sense ever. That's why I say, I ain't gonna say ever. You don't make any sense anytime you're talking about cash reparations, because again, and you also said we should get the money from the inventions that we had. We should get the revenue from the inventions. The revenue, 25% of the money, the revenue that comes in from the ports, because we used to, the ports or whatever he was saying. But dog, you literally said no cash payment, but give us revenue from all these other different streams of stuff. Like, bro, you don't make any sense. You don't ever make any sense. This shit's starting to
the money
be crazy.
We give them automatically becomes an economic stimulus package to everybody else in California who owns the businesses. Can I say this any clearer? Brothers and sisters, can I say that? Do you understand and understand
No,
understand
we don't. We
me?
actually don't.
Give them the money. Don't change the systems. They have no institutions of their own. So the $224,000 that you give these Negroes, which we know they're not going to bring it together. We know they're not going to bring it together and use it to uplift their community. That money, by virtue of them having no institutions, is automatically going to go back to everybody else in California.
Not
Number
always
three,
true.
let me make this real plain for y'all. Let me make this real plain for y'all. They're going to use your reparations check as a PP loan donation to the white businesses, the Asian businesses, the Arab businesses, the Latino businesses, the East Indian businesses, the immigrant businesses. Yep. You ain't nothing but a PPP check to everybody else in the state of California. They are making it look like they're giving you reparations, but all they are doing is using you as a conduit to give an economic stimulus package to all non-Black people in California. Lord have mercy. Lord,
That's not true though, fam. Damn,
and this is why all of you following these Negroes talking about they want a cash settlement.
There you go. And I'm telling you, this is what it's truly about. It's truly about people following other people that you don't like. Hold on one second, family. I'm sorry. It's people following people that you don't like, fam. That's all it boils down to. It boils down to people aren't following you because Pan-Africanism is dead and reparations is alive. So you have to go against what people are talking about because you don't be making any sense in the stuff that you're saying. Oh, it's a PPP loan for all the other people and all the people that have business. No, it's a PPP loan for them people who are going to waste the bread, but people who are going to actually do something with the money, it's not a PPP loan for nobody else. It's actually a PPP loan for us because we can erect businesses and things like that. And again, our sister just told us the 5 pillars of reparations. And again, there's really no such thing as state reparations. Reparations can really only be on a federal level. So again, this is just some icing on the cake. But what we're really trying to get is federal reparations. And again, bro, he always keeps saying they're going to give you a one-time payment. They're going to name somebody in this situation or in the reparations thing in California that said this is a one-time payment. Name somebody. That's what I'm saying, dog. He just be making up stuff just to make it up. Let me hurry up and finish the little.
What happens when the money run out? Because you ain't coming back for no more. What happens when the money runs out? I am of the position that until we build our own institutions to track the reparations money inside the community, with the $2 trillion we spend every year, we don't get the reparations until we can prove to our ancestors.
Man,
until
this nigga crazy. Hold on.
The $2 trillion we spend every year, we don't get the reparations.
Hold on,
until we can prove to our ancestors.
Man, nigga, you crazy as hell.
We can prove to our ancestors. Until we can prove to our ancestors that we have built the institutions we need to trap the money inside the Black community, none of us.
No, nigga, you
should receive a single check.
No, you shouldn't receive a check until you prove to the ancestors that you can start the school up. How about that? Nigga, we ain't proving to no ancestors we can do anything, nigga. Yo, and I said this to somebody on some real. I said, bro, at the end of the day, people be like, "Oh, we just going to waste them." Like, that's not. They said it's disrespectful to our ancestors if we get the money and blow it. Nigga, even if they would have got paid, let's say all black people would have got paid for their part in slavery. You telling me every single last one of them would have did good with the bread? No, that's not even logical. That's not even realistic. So what is you talking about? This just because they didn't get no bread don't mean if they would have got bread, they would have did right by the bread. Come on, bro. Yo, this is why I'm telling y'all, family, it's not cool to be a hater, fam. And this is why I like, bro, like I had to slow down off this brother at the end of the day. And I still got love for Umar. I still, respect his intellectual ability. I still respect his mind. But at the end of the day, fam, it's like, bro, you just be saying stuff because, again, you said, oh, y'all following these Negroes that's for cash payments. Like, it always comes down to that. See, again, because when you are someone who goes around with a big ego, oh, I'm the King Kong consciousness, I'm the number one requested scholar, and now people ain't really requesting you like that. You ain't really relevant in these black spaces anymore, right? Because a lot of people done fell off in these black spaces, dead ass, right? Young Pharaoh, Polite, Dr. Umar, a lot of these brothers just fell off to the wayside. And now he's personally, right, is trying to come in to this reparation space because it's the biggest topic. You was never worried about reparations, fam. I followed you heavy. You never spoke on reparations. All you really spoke on was Pan-Africanism and, building the school. But at the end of the day, bro, it comes down to cash payments is definitely needed and necessary. Dog, we are like 50% of the homeless population. People out here with nowhere to live, no forms of transportation. Bro, this can definitely, just because we don't have institutions, and maybe we would have institutions if people would give us bread, but that doesn't mean at the end of the day we can just not get the restitution, fam. I mean, we can't get reparations because we don't have the institutions. That doesn't make any sense. You use the money that you get to build the institutions like you trying to do. Every single one of your videos, damn near, you be like, hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, FDMG, hit the Cash App, hit the Cash App, hit the Cash App. You say it a million times. Why do you need people to hit your Cash App? Why do you need people to hit your Cash App? So you can build an institution, nigga. If you lived in California and they gave you $250,000, would the school be started? That's all I'm saying, man. I ain't saying you swindling. I ain't saying you stealing. But all I'm saying is that you run around going to all these countries. You say you got all these Africans, different Africans, Caribbeans, and everybody else sending you money to FDMG, right? Because you the number one requested scholar in the world. Nigga, the reason why the school's not here is because of lack of money. You ain't gonna say it's the lack of anything else but money. And you used to dog black people because they weren't sending you enough money. You feel what I'm saying? And this is why we know Pan-Africanism is dead. Because you running around to every country in the world and they ain't giving you shit. At the end of the day, they ain't giving you enough. Because damn it, it's way more Africans. It's way more Africans than it is foundational Black Americans. We only about 40 million, 50 million, 60 million strong in the United States. Now, when you start talking about Africans in Africa, you got single countries over there that got hundreds of millions of people. And you be going to these countries, telling them to hit the Cash App, and you still ain't got that school started. Man, don't give me that BS about no cash payments, man. Listen, bro, this shit is starting to get wild because, again, we having people in the community undermine what's going on for their selfish satisfaction. And because you don't agree with somebody else in the community, you are trying to run around and think of reasons why we shouldn't get this money. Meanwhile, that's all you ask for. And then you try to call other people thirsty. Because you definitely used thirsty cash reparationists before. But people can say you thirsty the way you ask for Cash Apps and PayPals and all this other shit. You see what I'm saying? So family, man, listen, at the end of the day, please make sure you go to the Patreon. Please make sure Black Star TV 2.0 on Patreon. Please make sure you follow me on Anchor FM, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, and all of that, man. Just hit those platforms, catch the whole interview I got with Brother Marcel Dixon. It was a great interview. I appreciate him. I thank you, Brother Marcel, even if you're watching. It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure, interviewing. It was a pleasure meeting you and speaking to you. I greatly appreciated you coming on the platform. Again, family, I told you, I'm trying to get some more heavy hitters on the channel. Again, I appreciate all y'all support. I'm sorry they had me knocked off of YouTube for a week for medical misinformation, which was some BS, right? So again, anytime I have to talk about the thing they stick in our arm, I have to take it to another platform because YouTube be wilding, bro. They be wilding, bro. And it's so funny because I be having doctors, like legit doctors on there talking about it. So again, I'm not going to get too much into that, but again, I'm sorry that I couldn't post for a week. So I got some content. I got some clips of the video. Of the interview with Marcel. I'm going to be posting throughout the week. Again, you can get the full video on the Patreon. Please come support family because, again, we need to start supporting each other on every avenue. You feel me? So, again, we got brothers like Umar, you feel what I'm saying, who, again, family, please, man, if you don't like somebody, just don't like them, dog. Don't try to adjust your views on something just because you disagree with somebody else for whatever reason. You feel what I'm saying? Because again, that stuff is seeping into our liberation, right? It's seeping into our liberation. And now you have people telling us what we don't need and what we don't need to get and come on, man, that shit is whack, especially when you have a nice little movement like you have to seep that in the minds of people to think that, nah, that's not a good thing to do. That's not a good thing to get. Dog, knock that off, man. Knock that off, man. Knock that off. So, all right, family, I'm going to let y'all go, man. It's been a pleasure. Again, please make sure y'all follow. Please make sure y'all hit that subscribe button on this YouTube. Make sure y'all follow me on all the other platforms. And I appreciate y'all, man. We out of here, family. Y'all have a blessed day. Peace, love, and reparation.